Okay, so I know I'm late to the party on this, but I finally got around to watching Killing Eve after my wife begged me to put down the Marvel movies and pick up something else. Naturally, my interest was piqued quite heavily when I saw the show picking up several awards at the Golden Globes, and it's pretty clear that this has a lot to unpack from it. Throughout this video, I'll be breaking down everything that you need to know about Killing Eve and its ending. There will of course be heavy spoilers here, so if you don't want to know anything about the show or its conclusion, then I highly recommend that you turn off now. But for everyone else, I'm Definition and welcome to the channel where I watch it so you don't have to. Killing Eve tells the tale of a deadly game of cat and mouse that centers around two women, the titular character Eve and her target Villanelle. Deciding which one is the cat and which one is the mouse becomes a little hard to distinguish as each episode, including the finale, God I'm Tired, turns the tables regularly. Eve begins the series as a desk-bound MI6 officer who makes it her mission to track down the extremely talented assassin Villanelle. As the series progresses, the two characters become obsessed with one another, and this culminates in an almost fatal showdown in the final episode. After Villanelle turns on her mentor, Constantine, he is forced to go to Eve for help. She however counteracts this and shoots Constantine in a deadly standoff that allows her to escape. However, Eve tracks down the killer to her Parisian apartment and arrives before she reaches it. This is important for Eve as she was pretty heavily violated throughout the show, with Villanelle often outsmarting her at every opportunity. But Eve finally has the upper hand and uses this to her advantage. Eve takes pleasure in this scenario and completely upends Villanelle's apartment before she returns. When Villanelle does return, she seems completely nonchalant to the entire ordeal and even taunts Eve slightly, remarking that though she lost her best friend, job and husband, she at least got some nice clothes out of it. It's at this point when Eve has the upper hand and is about to shoot Villanelle that she admits she in fact has an obsession with the woman after pretty much making her the center of her entire life. Mirroring this, Villanelle too confirms that she is as equally obsessed in her feelings towards Eve. The two slump down on the bed together and we get very much a yin and yang situation where it's very clear that they pretty much require one another to exist. Villanelle even states that she's never done anything like this before when asked if she's going to kill Eve, and it becomes apparent that the two are opposites of the same coin, providing balance to each other's lives. Everything seems like it's going to be the start of a beautiful new relationship of cops and robbers until there's a big twist. It's at this moment that Eve stabs Villanelle in the back almost literally and pulls out a retractable knife, wounding Villanelle with what is almost a fatal blow. It's clear that this was a panic response as Eve seems frightened by her actions. Villanelle asks Eve to leave the knife, but she hastily pulls it out and tries to help. Villanelle shoots at her and Eve flees to the kitchen, discovering that Villanelle has disappeared on her return. So what happens next? Well, Eve has pretty much lost everything she had after being fired from MI6. However, her cunningness to track Eve down in Paris might prove her saving grace. The agent is clearly adept at her job, so there's no reason that her dismissal can't be undone. In terms of Villanelle's wound, I think we all know that she's got more lives than a cat, and this won't be the end of her. The assassin will no doubt be well equipped and trained to deal with things like this, and due to her ability to disguise herself, she will more than likely be able to obtain treatment from a hospital or medical professional. She will likely be after Eve due to the betrayal, and this could be a big factor in season 2. Also, viewers should expect a return from Constantine. Though he was apparently shot in season 1, we never actually saw the character die, so it seems unlikely that this will be the end of him. Caroline, Eve's former boss, could have easily made it appear that he is dead, and he could be working with the British government now. Obviously, we will all find out when season 2 is released, and I can't wait to see how the saga unfolds. So, what are your thoughts on the ending of Killing Eve, and did you enjoy the series? Comment below and let me know, and if you enjoyed this video, please like it and make sure you check out my breakdown of Netflix's You, which will be linked at the end. This is a channel for people who are never missing television, so if that's the kind of thing you like, you need to subscribe to Definition. Thanks again for taking the time to watch this. I've been Definition, you've been the best, and I'll see you next time. Take care, peace.